Yo, what is up? It is your boy BDTAthletics here with Saturday night's main event prediction from Saturday, May 23rd. They're going to be in Fort Wayne, Indiana for this one, so it should be a ton of fun. Going to be a little bit longer form of prediction. It's not going to go for too long, though, but just a little bit more so I can give a little bit more in-depth maybe about what I think is going to happen after, what I think could lead into the match, just a little bit more of my thoughts. Start off, Intercontinental Championship. Penta defends against All Ego Ethan Page. My prediction is Ethan Page. That's who I want to win. I feel like storyline-wise, we can work with something where we can kind of get a little bit of how do I put it? Penta trying to get his belt back, but from Ethan Page, where just a couple-month program where Ethan wins it here tonight, take it to SummerSlam, Penta can beat him there for a massive moment. I think Penta's going to win. Set up maybe a triple threat or a fatal four-way where they could work towards it maybe at Clash. I know Clash is absolutely packed right now, so I don't know if there's going to be space for it. You could drag it to SummerSlam. We'll see. If Penta wins, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of big for All Ego Ethan Page for his first big match on the main roster. It's got to look good. I mean, obviously a match with Penta is going to be good, so that's a good thing for him, but still a little bit worried. Don't want him to get squashed, but I doubt it'll happen. It should be a little bit quicker of a match, obviously, because they're only in that 2-hour time slot. So I am going to go, I want Ethan Page to win. I think Penta's going to win. And then for some booking after, probably going to work in either Javon or Rusev if Penta wins. And if Ethan wins, it'll be the same. Probably work towards a fatal four-way, kind of maybe work out where they got a fatal four-way and they do that heat wave finish they did in NXT in 2024 where Ethan Page gets knocked out and he's laying on the guy for the win. So he doesn't actually, you can be like, oh, he didn't deserve to win, but in reality he won. So that could be fun. It works with his character. So like I said, want Ethan Page to win. Think Penta's going to win. They're going to probably get this to SummerSlam. They'll both be in the match for the IC, but they could work something else out. We'll see. Then tag match, the Vision defend against Street Profits. I think the Vision are going to win, and to be honest, I want the Vision to win. I don't necessarily love Logan Paul and Austin Theory. I'm a little higher on Austin Theory. I don't love Logan Paul, really, is what that means. But I think, story-wise, I think it makes a little bit more sense that the Street Profits lose, and maybe Braun and Seth are they get involved jumping in, and then the Street Profits could be like, what the fuck, Seth? You blew it for us, that type of thing. A little bit more character development, and then you could, because they've been showing some tension because Angelo's the one who wants to help Seth, and Montez is like, why would we help him? He's a snake, and he's a slithering snake. Why would we rock with him? So, maybe there, Angelo accepts the help, and Montez is like, all right, man, you're on your own. We're done. And then Montez does a little singles run. So I'd love to see Montez do some singles wrestling. Same with Angelo, by the way. I'm just super high on Montez, but we'll see. I think it's best of division win, though. And, so if they're going to break up, then the tag teams are... I don't really know who's next. So I don't want to, say names and then I'm going to be there. I think if Enzo and Cass end up coming back, that'd be perfect. Get them on Raw, and they could beat the Vision at either SummerSlam or another Saturday Night's main event or something like that. But I think the Vision are going to win for sure, and they probably should. Then, 6-woman tag match. You got Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss taking on Jade Cargill, B-Fab, and Michin. Kind of a tough one to legitimately predict. I think Jade and the Baddies should win, but with Rhea and Charlotte and Alexa, those are arguably the 3 biggest women's wrestler names in the WWE. So I don't know if they want them losing on Saturday night's main event. So we'll have to see. I think it makes a little bit more sense for the Jade and the Baddies to win, like I said, but you know what? I'm going to do it. My official prediction is Jade and the Baddies, but I can certainly see Rhea, Charlotte, and Alexa winning. I think for some future booking, I kind of broke it down in the shorts edition, but I think it'll probably come down to a Rhea and Charlotte miscommunication. Then Jade will probably take advantage of that and get the pin to set up her versus Rhea in a rematch. And Charlotte and Alexa, I love their tag team because it's fun, but I really would rather see them both in the singles division where they could really be used. Could you imagine if Jade beats Rhea? You got Jade versus Charlotte. If Rhea beats Jade, Rhea versus Charlotte part 3, I believe. Part 3 or part 4. Alexa versus Rhea. There's a ton of fun in the future. So that's kind of why I think Jade and the Baddies should win. And then you could have Meechin and BFAB go for a tag belts. Or one of them goes for United States, tries to get that. So I think it should be a ton of fun. But yeah, I got Jade and the Baddies, and I think they should win. Then you got the women's tag match. Brie Bella and Paige defend their title against Nia Jax and Lash Legend. I think this should be a good bit of fun. I got the Irresistible Forces not retaining, becoming and new women's tag team champions for the second time. I think it's about time Brie and Paige kind of break up. I'd like to see Paige in that solos division, and if Brie's going to stay wrestling, which I'm open to seeing, I'd like to see her and Nikki. I don't know where Nikki's at, so I'm sorry if I didn't see like dirt sheets saying like, oh, she's actually out for a while. It turns out that she needed serious surgery or something. Then this isn't going to happen, and they're going to keep the titles. But I think I'm going to go with that. The Irresistible Forces will win. I think they should win because they're, in my opinion, a better tag team. Like, them being so dominant is important because they can really build up another tag team who's going to eventually beat them, and it can make them look so strong because Nia and Lash are always going to look strong. It's very hard to book them looking weak. So I think Nia and Lash should win, and then Brie and Paige. Brie should break up with Paige and beat down Nikki or something. Then you could do one of the Bellas versus Paige feud, or Paige can move on to like AJ, Roxanne, something like that. But I think that's where they should go. I think they should go their separate ways. Lash and Nia should become and new tag team champions. Final one, in my opinion, the easiest to predict. It's a non-title match, Becky versus Sol. I think Sol Ruka's going to win. This is designed for her to win and look good. She'll be 2-0 in Saturday night's main events after she beat Bayley at the Cena retirement. So should be a ton of fun. I don't think this will last super long. I think if I had to guess, Jessica Carr will be the ref, so Becky will get slightly distracted by her. She's going to blame the loss on that. Sol will hit a Soul Snatcher and be victorious, and they will work towards... They'll get into a program here. Maybe Becky will beat her at Clash or Night of Champions, and then Sol will beat her at SummerSlam. I'm willing to bet on that Sol Ruka will defeat Becky Lynch at SummerSlam for the Intercontinental Championship. But yeah, tonight, or Saturday night, Sol's definitely winning. No, I don't think there's a chance Becky wins, because that would be, I hate to say buried all the time, but I feel like that'd be burying Sol. Like, what are we doing? This is the way to have her beat Becky with no consequences for Becky, even though there wouldn't be. But you get my point. Like, non-title match, this is the way to have Sol go over, and it doesn't hurt where they're booking. So I think Sol Ruka's definitely going to win, and she should win. All right, and those are the Saturday night's main event predictions. Should be a ton of fun to watch. I'm excited to do the review. I believe I'll do it either late Saturday or Sunday after I'm off work, so around like 3 or 4. But y'all have a good one. Stay safe. Peace out.